very unpopular thing to say. I would ascribe at least 20 to 25% of psychological struggles that people go through to remaining in black clothes for long periods of time in all kinds of situations where they should not be. And I see because black is always bad, whether let me not get into this. But somehow, black is considered negative, black is considered not so divine. Black is considered devilish, the devil comes, he will definitely come. Death around you, you must always wear white because you don't want to absorb. It's a very unpopular thing to say. I would ascribe at least 20 to 25% of psychological struggles that people go through to remaining in black clothes for long periods of time in all kinds of situations where they should not be. And I see because black is always bad, whether let me not get into this. But somehow, black is considered negative, black is considered not so divine. Black is considered devilish, the devil comes, he will definitely come in black clothes. Based on this, people are wearing black for mourning. When somebody's dead, black is one thing you should never wear. If there is death around you, you must always wear white because you don't want to absorb that kind of energy. But I see everybody's wearing black when there is death. Complete misunderstanding of life or no awareness at all. You've just arrived at things intellectually that you think black means signifies death. Yes, it does, I'm not saying no. But you want to become that or you want to stay away from that? Those who are dead, we respect that. But those who are alive should stay alive, they should not become half-dead, imbibing that kind of stuff. So if there's anything that you don't want to absorb, you must wear white. All the other colors are in between play, but it is between black and white. White means complete reflection, black means no reflection. In between is selective reflection. That's for fun. But where we want to really absorb something, we wear black.
Northgate, H2O flow, sheet, Canaanland, Moorish, release fall, Shalom Davis, salute, hot house, check it, they say they wanna learn, they only debate, referencing the truth, trust me, they only sound the grace, study nationality before you question my estate, I'm not a minority, why you so late, majority rules, here comes the test, fact, that's my hand in the form of a V on the chest, that's a womb that is blessed like a moon and a crest, major forever, infinite mindset. Northgate, H2O flow, sheet, Canaanland, Moorish, release fall, Shalom Davis, salute, hot house, check it, they say they wanna learn, they only debate, referencing the truth, trust me, they only sound the grace, study nationality before you question my estate, I'm not a minority, why you so late, majority rules, here comes the test, fact, that's my hand in the form of a V on the chest, that's a womb that is blessed like a moon and a crest, Major forever, infinite mindset. Major from birth, that's a seed in process. I'm a Moor that is easy to digest. Competent, never terrenilious. That is my land, never faking. Sacred traditions, petitions for what you're not Jamaican. Westmoreland to Portmore, everybody needs more. We feel please more. Following the apostles, we should read more. I see the unseen more. We more. That's a fact. Canaanland.
They say they want to learn, complain classes are too long. Don't want it on a phone call, energy too strong. Get it from the wrong source, now they way off course. Think they must be Muslim and give up on all sports. Should give up the red meat, must give up on all porks. Won't be yelling harder when the bottles are uncorked. Eating with the spoon, use forks for tuning. Eating humble pie, no ego ballooning. Samson 2 caterpillars, got him cocooning. As the full moon hung, spiral energy moving. Up through the crown chakra, energy shooting. And told me upload classes before live YouTubing. 16,000 subscribers, 20% consuming. 80% troll pretending to be tuned in. Comment on every video, pushing the thumbs down. We'll push the link when we live just like a clown. Pouring in the incompetence, always debating. Dissing Drew Ali but won't give the location. His image on the black banner, that's placation. Just get him out of here, Yusuf yells in frustration. We know they're playing games, we're not berating. Calling 911, scimitars penetrating. In defense of prophets and mothers abused. And newly awakened Moors, amused and confused.
It's on the way. Islam Brother Exodus. Moabite Sons, it's on the way. It's on the way. Give you a sneaky peeky. Sneaky peeky. Give you a sneaky peeky. We have a good one for we have a good one. We have a good one for you right now. We have a good one for you right now. A good one. You're gonna like this one. You're gonna like this one. Where's that other thing at? Yes.
You cannot lump all Moors into some Moors. So, I don't know how many people have a law dictionary. In the Latin, word for attorney means to turn over. That's a Latin term, just for the record. You ain't got to believe, Sabir. Bring me your scholars on here, your attorneys. The term attorney is a Latin term. Turn over, attorney. To transfer over. Let me explain. I sound like Kevin Hart. Let me explain. Let me explain. Kudjo from Canaanland said James Smalls is whack. Who gives a damn what Kudjo said? I don't give a goddamn what James Kudjo said. You can share this to Kudjo. He never sat with James Smalls. You think I give a damn what Kudjo said?
Oh, why is he mad? Why is he mad? How come he's mad? Kudjo L from Canaanland said James Smalls is whack. No Islam, brother Kudjo, nothing? Nothing? No Islam, Kudjo? Or no Islam to the other Canaanland Moors who you came here to see without linking Kudjo? You know you can give them a Islam? How about all the gay guys that you met when you were at the gay guy second cup or whatever spot you like to go to? Second cup? Starbucks? Whatever? How come you're on the gay street? How come you have children, but you're on Church Street, and we're meeting you, Sabir Bey, at a Church Street Starbucks coffee shop? That we're starting to walk, right? We're walking east. We're walking east. And then we're walking east. And then we got off. Yeah, we got off at King or something. Queen. One of those ones. But we're walking eastbound, and the streets are passing, and we're like, okay, well, there's nothing yet. And while we're walking up to Church Street, all the Moors looking at each other, because we already know he said the coffee shop. All the Moors are looking at each other because what we see in front of us is a coffee spot. And the coffee spot is on Church Street. Just look up Church Street, Toronto. Church Street. Look up Church Street, Toronto, and see what comes up. Right, this is when he was here. He didn't come meet us at the temple, or let's meet at the temple, Kudjo, so I could see the Moorish Science temple that you guys started up here. It wasn't that. He was at a Starbucks or some coffee shop on the gay guy street out here. When he was out here and we went to go see him because he didn't want to come to the temple. And said, if we pay, he'll come. This guy right here said, if we pay, since you're going to be mad that people brought up, Kudjo L said James Small is whack. Yes, James Small is whack, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. You people and your elders that you like to play this BS with, go check More Vengers and see who we rep for as our master teachers, which include elders. And we don't diss the elders. But when they're traitors, oh yeah, we good. Don't worry. We got something for you. Playing games. So, I know Moors personally who they came here for basketball games because their team, wherever they lived at, was playing here. And they called. Yeah, just leaving a message on the voicemail just for Kudjo. And I checked the messages. Just want to let you know I'm in town from this date to this date. I just want to connect with you because whatever. And what happened? They get a call back. And whether it's phone call, whether it's come by the temple, whether it's whatever it is, there's Moors who drive truck. And when they get to Canada border, they're calling. I just thought about you because I'm just about to drive into Canada right now. Just passing the border, just wanted to say Islam. But this guy is telling me, Kudjo, he's telling Kudjo L, who we rep for him. We bought multiple copies of his DVDs and stuff like that to support him. Right? Because all the finance that I spend for Moorish whatever is for Canaanland. It's not a Kudjo thing. It's not a Kudjo thing. They say we all the time. It's not a Kudjo thing. This is a Moors North thing. And I'm a Moor in the North. No matter what my name is. I'm a Moor out here. And if I'm a Moor out here, and obviously I'm going to look for other Moors out here. And when I look for other Moors out here, I actually find them. They just didn't know that they were a Moor. And now that they know that they're Moors, and there are certain Moors, you can't tell them anything about Canaanland. Talking about Can't talk negative about the work that we put in. You keep talking about your 20 years of radio. What else have you done? Like, what else have you done? Like, what else have you done? Oh, you did some DVDs, all right. What else have you done? What else? Anything? You save anybody? Is anybody's life saved? I don't know. Because you don't talk about that. All you keep talking about these same books all the time for the past how much ever years, the same articles for the past how much ever years, and pretending like we didn't put in work. And I have his number, and I could call him, but I'm not calling him because he wanted to pay to come to the temple. Like, what do you mean you want pay to come and check the temple? Oh, you want pay? Oh, it's all right. Don't worry about it. We'll meet you at the gay spot. Don't worry about it. Where do you want to meet at? Because you're not getting finance to come to the temple. You're nuts. Now, this ain't just some personal thing and some debating back and forth crap. I already have his number. I already have James Small's number. I already sat on the phone with James Small, the so-called elder, and he's telling me to my ear that I'm not a Moor, I'm African. And what I think about the Moors isn't really what it is about the Moors. But don't believe me. Don't believe me. Believe Kudjo. Since that's who doesn't know James Small and didn't sit down with James Small.
Use white paint. Right? They use white paint. Right? Look at your ancient whatever, you know what I mean, headdress, whatever like that, and white. If the ancient Egyptians were white people, and ancient Egyptians have white paint, they would have made the people white. But everywhere you go, everybody's black or whatever, right? So then he puts up a next picture of the Pharaoh wearing the red, almost looking like a fez upside down, because it opens like this opposed to going like a pyramid, right? Yeah, right. So the red one, right? So he said, you know, the niggas did it. You got red paint, and remember this is on like a wall. You know what I'm saying? Like what? 20-foot wall or something like that. Yeah, right? 20-foot wall, right? And this thing's on the big stuff. Yeah. So it's not, you know, they have the lights down so you can see the wall and all that stuff, right? Man has the red thing on his head. So see, you have red paint. People say that the ancient Egyptians were red people. But if they have a red headwear or whatever, they have red paint, they would have made it red. And then he goes, it's a red hat, just like the Moors in the Moor Science Temple.
Said that, eh?
Oh, yeah. Isn't that right, Moors? Yeah. Isn't that right, Moors?
Yeah. No, fine. I'm sorry.
And there's going to be video so everybody could know that that's what he said. Now, keep in mind, we're not new to this. Because Phil Valentine came here.
Same.
Phil Valentine came here. And Phil Valentine,
his last sentence,
pointed over to where the Moors were at.
And said, make sure you get in touch with the Moors to find out more about what I'm talking about.
Phil Valentine. Dr. Phil Valentine, the renowned everybody, you know what I mean, knows who he is. Told everybody out here, pointed to the table, hey, those guys, make sure you guys check those guys. Trust me, y'all and maybe 3 people from that checked us after Phil Valentine put it on the record. But we already know that, you know, there's going to be few that are going to gravitate. You already know, right? So you put it on the record that the Moors got their stuff from ancient Egypt. So if George G.M. James is going to say that the Moors are the custodians of the culture of Egypt, and then the Moors were the ones who took that culture, which was Egyptian culture, and then spread all throughout the world, right? We don't have to say Moor science. We can say we are the custodians of ancient Egyptian culture. Forget those guys talking about that they got hieroglyphics and they deciphered Nedu or whatever like that. They don't got nothing. Right? They don't even know what they're talking about.
They're not even using it.
They're not even using that stuff. They're not even using it to its capacity if they're the Comedians or whatever. And then that stuff was really spells and all that. You know what I mean? Then, just like what he was saying, if we were the whoever's that history says that we were, then we wouldn't be in this room right now. This is James Small. And every time he makes reference to the Moors, he just looks over where the Moors are at. And then he goes back to his stuff, showing whatever. Right? So he put it on the record that these are the same people. Remember, this is the Black Power scholar guy. Right? Not that he's Black Power. Because remember, he's Mason. So he's not Black Power. That's a front. That he's not, he's not in the front like that. That's people pushing it like that. Pushing it like he's down with what they're talking about when they talk. Just because they say Kemet. And then they say James Small. And then, people are automatically going to say, okay, well, he's obviously down. He sanctions these guys. He's their elder, but he's Prince Al Mason. And he told me that he's been studying Noble Juali since he was like 18 years old.
I have a question. So
He's 71 right now.
is he saying all civilization come from Egypt?
Not all. But
Right? So he's Wack, the elder. Because I talked to him personally on the phone and he told me he's not a Moor. You can believe what you want to, but you're not a Moor. Alright. Alright. What do you want me to... What are we talking about then? What are we talking about? But then it's real interesting that they're gonna contact me, the same people who aren't Moors and all that stuff, they're gonna contact me to put out their GoFundMe about Sana Lodge Hotel Development Fund, because they're back to Africa stuff. And they're trying to get 100 grand to fix up their hotel on the continent. Told people, don't play around. Because everybody, we already showed you NOI has files. They have a letter that we know that they're Moors. Right? I'm giving you a file, Black Power file, GoFundMe, black guys who are elders now, who they've been around pushing their black stuff. They even sent the Moors their stuff for the Moors to promote their stuff for them. Why didn't we promote it? Because Noble Juali told Moors, do not in any way compare this to any back to Africa BS, because we're not African. But a Pan-African is whoever, guys. And then you have Moors like Sabir who are going to go take pictures with NOI and go take pictures with the church guys and go take pictures with everybody in the black community, and then they're just standing there. So that means unity. No, it doesn't, because you have a nationality they don't. And if you're posing up with them, and they don't have a nationality, and you're talking about this is unity, you're a fraud. Because that's not unity. That's barbecue. Let's go hang out and chill, drink some beers, smoke some spliffs, and just be easy. That's not organization. So, you know, they send me the stuff. What's a Moor gonna do? A Moor's gonna look it up. So we go and look up Santa Lodge. You got TripAdvisor and all that stuff. People like to go take flights, places, and stuff like that. So we go to the Santa Lodge hotel review, right? The Santa Lodge, right? Remember, and then remember they're Masons and they call it lodge, right? Just realize what's going on. This is the black guys, right? So they're in Cape Coast, the ideal Cape Coast hotel. So when you go back to Africa, you can have your hotel to go to. Because the black guys could go to Africa and do it at a hotel. And the air conditioning, and room service, refrigerators, desk seating area, complimentary toiletries. But then you go down the reviews. Terrible. We stayed here because our Ghanaian friends wouldn't let us stay at the first hotel we booked. That's another story. For you back to Africa people. We were a bit desperate arriving in Cape Coast late at night, so decided on this place to avoid having to cab around looking for something else. The price was unbelievable for what they offered. I have been visiting and working Ghana for the past 7 years, so I am well aware of that hotels can be very expensive for no apparent reason in the main tourist areas. However, it was by far the worst. The only saving grace was the view in the morning. Other than that, the room was filthy with hair on the towels, black mold in the bathtub, AC was noisy, pool grimy, hallways dark with stained carpets, TV didn't work. It's the first place I have stayed in Ghana in all my trips that we changed the sheets to our own. We felt completely ripped off after paying around $80 US for one night. I can tolerate a lot, but could have done without a TV, pool, etc. But the state of the bathroom and room was not excusable. June 2013. Now, don't get it messed up, because we know Moors who live on the continent. They've been living on the continent. And they said that they went to these people to fix up the hotel to make it look like something that is supposed to look like, if they're calling it what they're calling it. The finance that they would have paid these people who are from the continent years ago would have been paid for by now. And they still would have had something way better than what they have right now, calling that something for our people. But they got you for 15 grand though. And you think they're fixing up some stuff over there that you can't see because you never been there. Because like Sheldon L says, you people don't even go off your block. You don't even know what another state is, much less the world. So because you're not there, you don't know. We're telling you from people who are there, that these people who are here are telling you black power and all this, back to Africa, but then they're in Africa and they're treating their own people like the colonizer. Why wouldn't they give them the job? They got 15 grand from here. You know what 15 grand could do over there? You know what 15 grand could do over there? Certain places in Ghana. Because people are willing to work for nothing because it's family. There's more as we know right now. Went back there, built up whatever. It's so cheap to build it. They just built it up and then they got a house. You know what I mean? 10 rooms or whatever. Every different kind of car, drive-in, U-turn, driveway. This is on the continent. Got stores, barbershop. His son and all of them have stores. Daughter has a store. Because it costs 200 notes to put up a building in Africa. You give that guy right there 200 notes, he's going to build you a building and it's done tomorrow. That's how it is over there. In certain places. Right? And he's good. He's good. He's like, yo, all you have to do is just get here. And you're good. Like, it's done. It's done. Everything that we wanted, our own everything, it's done. But we can't do the continent. We're from the world, but there's some stuff to do here first. That's all it is. Just pay for the way there and no more anything over here. Could be over tomorrow. But if it's like that, that could sit there and wait. That could sit there and wait. Let's get some work done and show you what's going on with these people who you've been parading around with, who are talking about back to Africa. We know Moors who are in Africa right now, have it on lockdown. When they pull up, the whole town is running down the street, beating on the car. You remember Belly, when Ox went to Jamaica? And they were riding around and the children were chasing the car? Okay, just like that. That's exactly what it's like when they pull up on the continent. When they pull up in the car, it's just like that. Car surrounded by people. Youth, children, adults, or whatever. Just say hi to these people who came here from wherever they came from and pretty much built a community with their home as the hub on the continent right now. Every morning, ocean's right there. So we know we're not dummies. We're not dummies. And people are playing you. And you're letting them play you. Because there's absolutely no way that you can really say without a shadow of a doubt that all of this went to the people, whatever. Because we have, like we said, we have the reviews. We have the reviews. And we have the testimony of the people who live there right now. Who's been to this place to verify that, yeah, it looks like that actually. It is. The place is run down. Like, it's not. And it was years ago that the Africans there went to them and said, hey, we could fix this up for you for whatever. And they didn't want to pay. They didn't want to pay. got you for 15 grand for some rundown hotel development, and you're looking at Moors? You're looking at Moors? About we're not Moors and all this, and debating Moors about something? What are you debating Moors about? Nothing to debate.
Yeah, I said it, and I don't take nothing back that I've said. Okay? So you can take this and share this with him. Okay, cool. Said James Smalls is whack. Niggas out of their goddamn minds, boy. Bring it to the cipher, any of you Moors. Bring it. And if you in Canada, you don't know a goddamn thing about what's going on here in the United States.
If you're from Canada, you don't know what's going on in the United States. Just...
Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Longing. What we do here is we add some common sense thinking to everyday situations or comments that may arise. Want to give it a try? So, according to the Gregorian calendar, it is the year 2020. And can you believe it? There are Moors that still think the United States of America is America. You big dummy! I mean, dang. So, in order to quell this nonsense once and for all, let's take it back to grade 4 geography class. So now that we have sent the children off, let's deal with the Prophet's literature. Interesting how these same Moors that say Canaanland Moors are quote-unquote Moorish Canadian and not Moorish American, and that quote Canaanland Moors want to be American so bad, end quote, are the same Moors always saying that they teach what Prophet Nubal Juali brought, and they are for unity. The thing that boggles my mind is that these Moors fail to realize 3 obvious things. Number 1, we all pretty much have the same Circle 7 Quran. Number 2, we can all read. And number 3, Chapter 47 is the same in all Circle 7 Qurans. So, the obvious thing to do is to go to Chapter 47 and read what Prophet...
That's how we know you're a fetus. You see how you're paying attention to chats instead of paying attention to what's being told to you? That's why our people are never going to make it, because their attention span is a flea, and they're always moving, never in one, always never focused, always all over the goddamn place. You worried about something going on in the chat when you're getting lessons right now. You're getting perspectives so you can get out of this mess that you're complaining about that's coming from everywhere, and you don't know how to deal with it. We're telling you how to deal with it. This is why you people are lost. That's why you don't know yourself. This is why the world doesn't respect you. This is why Moors are going to go on the goddamn highway with long guns and nobody gets shot up. And you don't think that they recognize something? Your dumbass, is getting fooled by what media is saying? Your dumbass listening to people on the TV? I thought that's the one-eye monster. I thought you're not supposed to watch TV and all that stuff, and MK Ultra and all that stuff. What you mean the TV? You were watching TV and saw something about the Moors? What are you talking about? You're a Moor. Oh. Please, block what? Who are we blocking? Why are you paying attention to the chat? That's your problem. And this is up on YouTube. This has been on YouTube since 2020. So this is not some new stuff. We could stop this and talk to you in the chat because obviously you need help. So let us help you. You need to focus. You need to learn to focus. Because if you don't learn to focus, you're going to get hit by a bus one day and you wouldn't have an opportunity to focus. So focus. Right? Focus.
Noble Jew Ali wrote about our ancestral estate. Chapter 47, Section 6 reads, The Moabites from the land of Moab, who received permission from the pharaohs of Egypt to settle and inhabit northwest Africa, they were the founders and are the true possessors of the present Moroccan Empire, with their Canaanite, Hittite, and Amorite brethren who sojourned from the land of Canaan seeking new homes. Section 7. Their dominion and inhabitation extended from northeast and southwest Africa across Great Atlantis, even unto the present North, South, and Central America, and also Mexico and the Atlantis Islands, before the Great Earthquake, which caused the Great Atlantic Ocean. So, question number 1. If, according to Prophet Noble Jew Ali, our ancestral estate is North, South, and Central America, including Mexico and the Atlantis Island, where does quote-unquote Moorish Canadian come in? Question number 2. Was the country, quote-unquote Canada, around from since before the land split and the Atlantic Ocean was created? Now let's take it to the 101 or 102 Quran questions for Moorish Americans, questions number 13 and 14. Question number 13. What is your nationality? Answer, Moorish American. Question number 14. Why are we Moorish Americans? Answer, because we are descendants of Moroccans born in America. So number 13 says our nationality is Moorish American. And number 14 says why we are Moorish American. So please show us where in there does it say anything about Moorish Canadian. Now let's go to numbers 19 through 21. Number 19. What kind of flag is the Moorish? Answer. It is the red flag with a 5-pointed green star in the center. Number 20. What do the 5 points represent? Answer. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Number 21. How old is our flag? Answer. It is over 10,000 years old. So if our flag is over 10,000 years old, is the country of quote-unquote Canada 10,000 years old? Even better. Is the United States 10,000 years old? Did the present borders of the United States exist 10,000 years ago? Did the present borders of Mexico exist 10,000 years ago? So where are you getting this quote-unquote Moorish Canadian thing from? What the hell are you talking about? You keep saying that you only deal with the Prophet's literature and, quote, you are bringing what Prophet Noble Jew Ali brought, end quote, but we have the same literature and we can read, and we know basic geography. So you are blatantly going against chapter 47 in the Circle 7 Quran, and you are blatantly going against the 101 questionnaire when you fabricate this quote-unquote Moorish Canadian nonsense, which also means you are blatantly going against the Prophet. Period. And to the other Moor, or any other Moors for that matter, talking that quote-unquote Moorish Canadian nonsense and talking about we want to be Americans so bad, we suggest you all go back to grade 4 and learn basic geography. America is a continent, not a country. So if we are quote-unquote Moorish Canadian, that would make you quote-unquote Moorish United Statesian, not Moorish American. You all should be smarter than that. I mean, what? Moors are supposed to be navigators, correct? But you all don't know how to read a map? You all don't know the difference between a country and a continent? When the Prophet said North, South, and Central America, he was not speaking about North, South, and Central United States. He was speaking about the continent, as expressed in chapter 47, number 7 of the Circle 7 Quran. Period. You Moors are breaking a lot of sevens with this quote-unquote Moorish Canadian nonsense. You all should be more intelligent than that. So, Canaanland Moors are Moorish Americans. Just like Moors at the United States, and Moors at Mexico, and Moors at the quote-unquote Caribbean islands, just like Moors at Venezuela, just like Moors at Brazil, and Argentina, and Peru, and Paraguay, etc. Period.
You big cold-blooded dummy.
Common sense was made before book sense.
So that's why, as soon as Moors start talking about Canada, and then they know Kudjo, and they know we never say Moors and Canada in the same sentence. From day one, we've been saying Canaanland. You're going to denationalize everybody and say Canada? This is a Moor. This is a Moor doing this. Just like the Moors who say they rep for Noble Drew Ali, and then their Moorish flag was on the I-95 on CNN, and they're debating Moors about something. The European already knows he got you. We still win because they don't get it. They don't get it. People are nincompoops. The only one that get it are the Moors. And then with our ranks, there's traitors who people were complaining about in the chat. And they're traitors because they don't rep for Moors. They just rep for their selfish self. They don't care about the whole. They don't care about the individual. They don't want to see your children be happy. They just want their children to be happy. That's it. Once their children are happy, then that's all that matters. Yeah, it's done for the NBCs. There's no nothing with them. It's over. You could play with the dog doodle if you want to. That's up to you. You get the stick and play around in it. You know? I'll be over here with the Moors. I don't know how much time's left. If you have anything, put it in the chat. If you got any questions, get it in now. Because we're not going to tell you to put something in the Cash App before we answer your question. Because having this knowledge means you're obligated to assist. So when people are going to travel to Canaanland to do whatever, and they're making sure they connect with the Grand Sheik, whether they go to the temple or not. They never, ever said, pay them. Pay me, Grand Sheik. So, pay me. So we could have a conversation. Right? But I tell you, I hold grudges. I just don't talk. Because treason's a big deal to me. Treason's a big deal. The first time I found out it was funny, the first time I found out that Sabir Bey was funny was when I had to pay him to play one song on the radio of mine. So he's on the radio playing the songs. And I had to pay him to play the song one time. But then black guys, they play their stuff every day, all day. 500 times. With the Moors, not riding with Moors. I was like, oh, okay, that's what it is? Like, it's like that? I thought we were Moors. Sabir was the first wake-up call that, oh, Moors aren't really writing exact, are they? Like, wow. That was a shocker. Because I was amped up. I'm like, yeah, I paid, so I'm going to get at least, 4 weeks of playing. One time. And of course, y'all go, yeah, so anytime, you need me to play something, just send me. Send you what? I already sent you something. You just want something more again? For one more? No, I'm good. And ever since then, I stopped anything, promote, support, whatever, with him. And then when he came out with his little DVDs, he'll make the call again, Yeah, we got the new stuff coming out. Trying to sell them by the box and all that. Yeah, give me a set. I'm gonna be out there, so I'll bring them with me. All right. Cool. That's crazy. It's crazy. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be hard, but people make it hard on themselves. Because I guess they just want it hard, I guess. If anybody is trying to convince you that somebody else is shady or shisty or whatever, they should probably have some proof. I'm telling you from my personal experience. You do whatever you want to do. There's nothing to do with me. I don't know what type of interaction you and him have, but I know based on my experience, I've been not messing with him. Right? I've been said, nah, I'm good. We don't rep anything of his. Right? But hurt people hurt people. Hurt people are mad. And most hurt people don't go deal with their hurt. They want to always try to find something to substitute, to distract them from the hurt, opposed to just dealing with it. I don't have that issue. I've dealt with all my demons. I've dealt with all my demons. But don't try to make it sound like I have to come on your platform to say something or debate something or whatever. Like, I'm more. You already know what's up. Ain't no secret. I know what's up. Don't play that online dumb stuff. Don't do it. You can do that with the niggers and whoever else, the Tariq Nasheeds and whoever else. But don't play me. Don't play me. Because you're on the gay street. What are you doing on the gay street? How are you chilling at the gay spot? It's not like it's not hidden. When you come down here, that stuff is everywhere. How are you just chilling here? And you talk about, yeah, people are receptive to me talk. Yeah, the gay guys. The gay guys talk to everybody. You know, a gay guy not talking to somebody because of something? Gay guys talk to everybody. Most friendliest people on the planet. But then you want to get paid to come to the temple, but you're gonna go chill at the gay guy spot. Why are you at the gay guy spot? And you've been here enough times that you should know that church is the gay guy spot. Like, that's theirs. They took that over. No way you don't know that. No way. Church Street, bro? Good thing the Moors didn't go all out. And we played like him, baseball hat and stuff like that. Like a bunch of jackasses. We'll see another Moor in the gay guy spot. Good thing we look like some niggers that day. Good thing. Had us messed up. Probably even set it up like that so it'll look messed up. Meeting at the gay guy spot. And want payments to come to the temple. Here's the countdown. Peace and love to all the Moors worldwide. Islam to all.